Welcome to Madden 26 Super Bowl Customs franchise. So I'm here to tell you guys what we have, what we are, and what to expect from us for Madden 26. So we are a team builder league. We have 32 custom teams, and we are a sim style league that is serious. So what that means is we just do fucking real serious shit, man. I don't know. All right. Either way, guys, let's get into the meat of it. So we have 32 custom teams. For Madden 26, we had 42 teams total and had the users in the league vote on who they wanted in. So once you see the graphic, them are the teams that were voted in. In this video, I have an agenda. I'm going to pop it up right now. Here's the agenda. We're going to go over how our teams are chosen, how rules are, and how to navigate shit. All right, cool. All right, so let's get over how teams are going to be selected. So for Madden 26, we're going to have a draft order for how teams are selected. So let's say I'm pick number 1 and I pick the Raptors, all right? And then I decide to pick the Vikings. Those two are now off the board and can't be chosen. And then it goes down the list and it's blah, 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 blah. All right, cool, guys. Legacy players this year are now pre-chosen to the team, and it'll be for the best fit need. That way it's not cheesy, it makes sense, and people can't whine about changes. Let's take a look at the agenda. I'm going to tell you guys how to navigate Discord. So here's a video. This is the best way that I usually do it on my phone because most of you are on your phone. Basically, just make sure all of your categories are followed. The announcements is the biggest main thing, and the main chat is your next biggest best friend. Those two are the biggest things to look at. I'll give you the information if you need to go anywhere else. There's a help request if you need help. Other than that, that's Discord. I also have a video for Twitch, so let me show that. It's going to tell you how to post into the Discord and also how to go into Twitch and make sure that your VODs are always saved, because if something happens, we need to be able to see it. So you need to make sure that that's on. I will get on your ass about it if you don't, so please just do it for me. If we go and look at how to use Neon, which I totally fucking skipped. Neon is pretty simple. You just make sure that you hit join Discord and then you go and you can trade on it. That's really what it's meant for, is trading, and it helps me schedule games because I set you to your team and then it automatically sets you up every single week. So now we're gonna get into the rules. So let me pop up those. Here are our gameplay rules. In a sum, it means you have to rush 10 times and you have to pass 10 times. We give exceptions to blowouts, but really you need to hit 10 rushes every single game. And if you don't, you will get a consequence. Pace of play rules: the final 2 minutes of the first half or the final 3 minutes of the second half, you can chew clock. If someone's abusing that, you can report it to a commissioner. No huddle offense isn't allowed at all unless if it's the final 2 minutes of the first half or any time in the fourth quarter if you're down by 8 or more. You may only run up to no huddle 3 times in a row unless time is running out. And we have this rule just because no huddles is so broken in Madden, and it gets out of hand when you're breaking the defense just by spamming no huddle. Okay, so here's the offensive rules. No QB playmaker, no end rounds, no quick snaps while the defense is in motion. Let them get set, call timeout, or take a delay. Unless if they're like flipping and they do it on purpose. I mean, that's different. It's more of like, for example, if it's in motion or if you switched plays and then they flip, that's different. If they're flipping the play and you didn't do anything, then that's a little different scenarios. It's by scenarios, but run inside zones between the tackles. You're free to cut outside after hitting the hole. You're allowed 1 hot route per play, and smart routing does not count. That means if you adjust the route to go to the first down line, that's what a smart route is. It doesn't count. Manual motions counts as a hot route. Blocking changes do not count as a hot route. If you motion someone, they must be set before the snap. No play action on 3rd and 7 or longer. So if it's 3rd and 7, I can't do a play action. If it's 4th down and 7, I can't do a play action. Stay in the pocket unless pressured. Do not scramble instantly, and keep QB running realistic. Don't just spam that shit. For defensive rules, use different plays, mix up plays. Do not run the same play over and over again. And that goes the same way for offense. Do not run the same formations on either sides of the balls. Mix up zone coverage, mix up man and blitzing. Try to use around 70% zone, 20% man, and 10% blitzing at the least. Use a variety of formations. Always rush at least 3. No blitzes or glitching the gaps for better run defense. Use blitz adjustments or manual contain, not both. Don't overuse D-line shifts. Do not press cornerbacks on every play, and limit the press coverage to back-to-back plays at the most. We have these rules so that it keeps it fair, realistic, and we don't want you to play mutt. We don't want mutt here. We want you to play like a realistic coach. So make sure you're switching up plays and thinking like a real coach. Here are the 4th down rules. You can go for it 4th and 4 or less, but only if you are past the 50-yard line. You can go for it anytime if you're down 21 or more in the 3rd quarter, if you're down 9 or more in the 4th quarter, or if you're down 1 possession with under 3 minutes left in the game. Gambit rule, you get 1 4th down attempt per half from anywhere on the field. You can't carry it over to the half. You're supposed to use it only when it makes sense. And you can't use a gambit if you're up by 9 points. It's also expected that when you use a gambit, you also call the gambit, just so that the user knows that you are using your gambit. Mercy rules are pretty simple. They're for if you're up 35 or more in the 3rd, take out starters. If you're up 38 or more in the 2nd quarter, bunch your starters. It's just so that stat padding isn't a thing. If you're up by 29 or more in the 4th, you shouldn't have your starters in. If you do, you'll be suspended. The timeout rule, if you're losing by 23 or more and the other team has the ball, do not call timeouts. Just let the game be over. Now we're going to go over the respect rules. The respect rules are: respect your opponent. If the game is over, do not run up the score or kneel it if you can. Trash talk is fine, but keeping it reasonable. If the player is not fucking feeling it, leave them alone. And don't be personal. Don't make it personal. Don't be bigger. We're all men here. Let's act real. I don't want to babysit you. So just keep it real. Keep it smooth. Talk your shit. We'll all laugh. But don't be serious. We're all here playing Madden, having a good time. And then finally, nobody's above the rules. We'll listen if something happens, and we want you to actually hold people to the rules. That's how we get better as a league, is when you say, hey, you're supposed to do this, and then when they don't do it, you say, hey, commissioner, come here, and then we go and look in the VOD, or we just straight up tell him, hey, you're getting this consequence. It helps us because we can't always watch the VODs, we can't always watch the live streams, we're not always there. So if the rule is broken, tell us. That covers everything that I have besides one last thing. The draft lotto and the dev calc. So the dev calc is pretty simple. It's in place because Madden has shitty regression. It's there just because you could have a great season with a rookie or somebody who is a low overall, and then they don't get shit for dev, or they could be leading in, yards and still get a dev down depending on their age. Madden's really weird with regression, so the dev calculator just basically balances it out and takes the best stats in the leagues and gives you a percentage chance with a wheel spin on if you're going to get a dev up or not based on this dev that you have. That's it in simple terms. For draft lotto, it's to stop tanking. If you plan on tanking, it's not allowed here. We want you to play games. You're an NFL coach. That's basically what it is here. So play your games out and have a good time here. I'm sorry I've kept you for over 9 minutes, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a lot of information and I threw a lot at you, and if you made it this far, thank you guys. Madden 26 is here, guys. This is really for the new users, but for all you motherfuckers who don't follow the rules, this is also for you. Thanks, guys. Welcome to Super Bowl Customs. Let's make it a great time. That's really all it is. It's just a fucking good time. That's all we want.